Now tell me who can stop me. I'm in the zone. Competition's none in the league of my own. I'm all about the W. I'ma bring it home when it's over with. I'ma be the king of the throne. Now who can stop me? I'm in the zone. Competition's none in the league of my own. I'm all about the W. I'ma bring it home when it's over with. I'ma be the king of the throne. I'm in the zone.
All right, y'all. Welcome to Basketball Live. That's right, Southwest Florida Spartans live right now on the radio. It's 12:13 in the afternoon. We got a little surprise for you today. We have got a soon-to-be possible basketball player with the Southwest Florida Spartans. His name is Ernest Evans, and he is a guard out of Michigan. And we'll just talk a little bit about his experiences in basketball in general, where he came from school, and we're going to go ahead and get right back to it. I already said what's up to all the people.
What's going on, basketball world?
Basketball fans understand something. With the Southwest Florida Spartans coming to Southwest Florida, it's important to understand one thing. We are here a lot for the community. We're not here for really too much else. The community is key for our success. Without the community, we have no basketball team. Without our sponsors, we have no basketball team. So it's important for us to be able to build a relationship not only with our players but with our community as well. And every once in a while, our players have to build that rapport and build that reputation with our community as well as the organization itself. So, Ernest, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? You know, where you where you came from, and what school you went to, and where you played college ball at.
Well, I'm originally from born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. High school, I went to Martin Luther King High School. Graduated there in 2007. Uh, Pretty much, I played JV there. I was cut shorthand though from Coach Benny White, but I stuck at it. I worked hard. Ended up attending Wayne State University. Got my skills honed under Coach David Greer and E.J. Harrison. I want to give a special shout out to them. And really just became an explosive guard at that point or time in my basketball career at that level. And now that I'm down here in Florida, I'm ready to get back at it. I'm ready to put on a show, get involved with the community. Just ready to inspire and help a lot of people. Put on a great show, do something that I love passionately.
Now let's think about something. If you play basketball and you're a basketball athlete, what is it that you could tell the people out here about minor professional basketball? I mean, if I'm understanding correctly, you haven't had a chance to participate at the next level at this point. This is your first actual experience with a minor league professional basketball team. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, what kind of experience have you had so far traveling down to Florida all the way from Michigan, and have you had any workouts since you've been down here?
Yeah, I had definitely a 45-minute straight going cardio workout. Never had nothing like that in my life, but I know in the long run it's going to pay off. I know it's going to be something very useful. Just the whole workout, the whole strategy of what the coach was doing and everything is, you could tell that, players can become great players under that type of supervision. And
So the exercises that you actually experienced in your first official workout at the minor league level, what would you say to another basketball player if they ask you, or say to some of the kids if they ask you about your specific workout? What kind of advice would you give to them if they ask you?
don't give up, really. I mean, even though it's going to be tough, the workout might seem insane, just stick it out.
So were you ready to give up?
At some point in time, yeah, but the will was, to keep going. Your body might get tired, but your will has to be stronger than what your body usually goes through.
Now, since this is your first experience at the minor league level, what is it? What difference is it from this level, from the college level where you played at Wayne State?
oh, it's just really getting to the next level. Like you really, it's preparing you for something that's so much more. You know, it's at college level. You know, it's pretty much just one step from high school level. I mean, the workout's pretty much the same. You go through the same drills and everything, but when you're in a minor professional league preparing for something professionally, you know, it's you have to prepare for somebody that's going to be and probably is better than you. You know, you have to continue to work hard. You have to be consistent. You have to really have a passion and really be into what you're doing.
So you think that with this particular experience from you, do you really think at this point in your career, like let's just say like tomorrow, do you think you necessarily have what it takes to begin playing at this level, or is it something you have to actually work at?
It's something you always have to work. You know, it's something that I definitely have to work at because even if I'm great now, I want to be better tomorrow. You know, so it's just something I have to keep really, really working on and day in and day out. I can't stop. I have no time for insufficient downfalls or failure. You know, success is my only option, and that's the only way I'm going.
Well, guys, we're gonna get right back to it here in a few minutes. We're gonna take a small break, and we'll get right back to the interview with Mr. Evans. But like I said, just to let you guys know, you guys have any questions, feel free to give us a call at 727-645-9796. That's 727-645-9796. Also visit us at www.spartansproball.yolasite.com. That's spartansprobasketball.yolasite.com. It's YOLASITE. So we'll be right back, and you guys just go ahead and stay with us.
So if I'm down, it's facts. I'm like Dennis Rodman with the rebound when it come to bouncing back. It's like the Bulls is at the draft and I'm 23. I'm right with it. I feel bad for who checking me. Passing ahead of me, that you can never be. All about the W like after the letter V. They say they win, but I ain't heard of them cats. And since we talking about a winner, I am certainly that. Hey, came to play, but now I'm turning them back. The boys low, wear retired jerseys, yeah, just so good. My kicks late, my team strong. They sleeping on me, dream on. They know I ain't stopping until the rain's on. Hey, look, I'm headed for greatness, and that's not dumb. So stop me. I'm in the zone. Competition's none in the league of my own. All about your W. I'ma bring it home when it's over with. I'ma be the king of the throne. Now who can stop me? I'm in the zone. Competition's none in the league of my own. All about your W. I'ma bring it home when it's over with. I'ma be the king of the throne. I'm in the zone. In the zone. In the zone.
All right, guys, we are back. We are back live. Back live right here at Spartans Basketball Live. Right here back with Ernest Evans, our 12th basketball player. Again, we were just talking about how this was his first experience at the minor league level, and he was just kind of explaining, how tough it is. Me as a basketball coach, I see a lot, I hear a lot, I've been around a lot. Our whole objective in this whole entire organization is to be able to give back to our community. We don't want to build a basketball organization that's going to fall. We want to build a basketball organization that's going to be strong all the way to the top. Now, our whole objective of this situation is to make sure that we get the fan base that we need, the support that we need. And when you got guys like Ernest Evans that comes all the way down here from Detroit, Michigan. I mean, you're talking about a guy who just rode on a 2-hour bus ride just to get down here, or a 2-day bus ride. to get down here. I mean, it's an amazing commitment that you would have to make to be able to participate in something this high. Uh, so we're gonna get back to it. Ernest, tell us a little bit about yourself, man. What kind of childhood you come from, and what is your family like? You got any kids, and what do you do in your spare time if you're not playing basketball?
Well, I grew up on the east side of Detroit. And from that point, man, my family, man, is pretty much a strong, self-willed family. Everybody comes together at some point, not just on any occasion, but pretty much, a great support system. My mother, my father, my younger brother, and I also have two younger sisters out in South Carolina. But um, just being in Detroit, man, and having a 3-year-old daughter, and really that becomes your motivation. You look and you try to do everything you can to give her the world or die trying. So me being down here, I look at it as a blessing, to at least further and do something that I love to do to take care of myself and her at the same time. So, I mean, that's just a little bit about me,
And how old is your daughter?
My daughter's 3 years old. She'll be for December 14th.
Does she take after your daddy?
Yeah, she looks just like me, man. Thank God she's a girl because she's beautiful enough.
Is she a basketball player soon to be?
Yeah, she's soon to be. Her mom might disagree. Her mom might want her to do something else, but I say this, she say that. So, but I think my daughter's gonna be a basketball player, man. She's already tall, so she takes up after me very well.
Well, I mean, you are only 6 feet tall, so I mean, you say tall, like for a 3-year-old, you're talking about what, like maybe 3 feet tall?
No, she ain't gonna be 3 feet tall. So you gotta add a couple of inches on that 6 feet. It's not 6 feet even, But yeah, she's gonna be tall though. She's gonna take up after me.
Are you sure about that?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Well, her attitude might not be mine. It might be her mom's. You know what I'm saying? Her mom doesn't have the best attitude. Not trying to talk about her in a bad way. But we see eye to eye. She's a great mom. I'm there for my daughter when I have her, and everything goes well. Everything goes well.
So who runs the household, you or your daughter?
She does. There's nothing I can possibly do. She tells me what to do and I got to do it, or she's going to just do more damage. So,
well, Spartans basketball is a benefit to a lot of pure basketball athletes that want to get to the next level. What can you say about the Spartans organization since you've been here that if another basketball player was to come to you and ask you, hey, I'm thinking about getting involved in it, what would be your advice for that player, and what would you tell him about the Spartans basketball and how they've treated you since you've been here?
oh man, just professionalism and just a great sportsmanship, dude. Like they're involved in the community a lot, and it's just really, just be committed back. You know what I'm saying? Just Spartans, they give their helping hand, just give your helping hand back. It's a two-way street. And what the Spartans organization really is doing, is really bettering you, not just as a player, but as also a person itself. It brings out your character. So I mean, just really stick to it, and really you'll see your true meaning, your true talent, and what goes about it. Just not as a player, like I said, but also as a person, a human being.
So if a player was to walk up to you and you were to tell them, what to expect out of the Spartans organization, if you had to say it in one word, what would you define the Spartans organization? How would you define it in one word?
Insane. Insane. The workout is what makes the Spartans organization, and the workout is insane. But you can't give up. Once again, body gets tired, your will has to be stronger than that. You have to keep going.
Now you've only been a part of this organization for what, since Saturday?
Saturday, yeah.
So a couple of days now. Do you plan on going back home? Do you want to stay here in Florida? What is your plans between now and then?
I'd rather stay in Florida. Florida is beautiful. It's my first time down here. And I can see myself being down here. You know, it's a great stepping stone, a fresh start for me.
So do you have a second alternative if basketball doesn't work
Yeah, man, just get a job, man. And that's for all of us, you know. Just
out?
get a job, you know.
So if basketball wasn't there, basketball didn't wasn't there for you like right now at this point in time, and the Spartans organization gave you a chance to be a part of the organization itself outside of the playing side, what would you say to the organization if they actually gave you that opportunity instead of playing?
Man, I would thank the organization just for giving me an opportunity besides playing the ball, you know, whether I can help coach or, you know, whatever I can to, you know, contribute to the team. You know, however you go, you know, you're still a part of the team no matter what you do. You know, people look down at the titles they have, whether they're a tile boy, water boy, or ball boy, or, you know, it doesn't really matter. You know, that person is a part of the team as well. You know, I mean, if nobody's really good at the sport, you know, can we all put a part in to increase that person's skill or why not? You know, you just can't bring somebody down. See, I like to uplift and encouragement. We need a lot more players and also people like that in the world in today's society. You know, it's not enough encouragement. There's always a lot of down talk and a lot of downfall, and people are really afraid to show and shine. So, me personally, I mean, whatever it is you want to do, or if it ain't the best thing to do in the world, make sure you just shine no matter what you do and work hard. You know, hard work, it pays off. It pays off really well.
Well, guys, this is Spartans Basketball Live, and we will be back here in just a few minutes. Right now, we're going to go ahead and take a break. You guys go ahead and sit back, get yourself a snack, something to drink, and just hang tight. We will be right back. Spartans Basketball Live.
They would play again. They worked hard and went hard to rest. They knew the formula for success, and a kid like me was so impressed that from then on I knew what I wanted to do in my life. I was hungry for the game, so I fed my appetite. Day in and day out, I practiced and got my game polished so I could get the scholarship to college and make NDP. I have all the scouts come see me with the rest of the world on national TV. This is my chance. I gotta give it all I got. Never 1 second on the clock. I hit the winning shot from the bottom to the top. I can't be stopped. I give it all I got. Now I work a whole lot. I live for the pressure. I work for the fame and put it all on the line. Each and every day from the bottom to the top. I can't be stopped. I give it all I got. Now I work a whole lot. I live for the pressure. I work for the fame and put it all on the line. Each and every day. Yeah, I made it through my hand down close.
All right, y'all, we are back right here at Spartans Basketball Live. That's right. It is actually starting to rain out here, guys. You know, people forget that when you're in Florida, it's one of those things that I guess everybody doesn't understand. Florida is a rainy state. Would you agree, Ernest?
Yes, most definitely.
It's rainy, dude. It rains almost every day here right now during this time of year. You know, being here on the spot, being here in Florida, it's a beautiful state. You know, I go fishing every chance I get. But you know I love rain. It's the best time to actually work out. It's the best time to be able to get yourself focused in what you need to do. Um, but you know, aside from Florida, you know, if you had a chance to go anywhere else in the states, where would you go?
I'll probably go to probably California, man.
I've been to California, and I'll tell you one thing: Monterey, California, is a very beautiful spot. I've been to LA, I've been to San Diego, and I've even been to San Francisco. Uh, but you know, out of all the places I've been, I think Monterey, California would be a nice spot. But I had a choice before I moved here to Florida. I had a choice between Cali, or I should say, the West Coast and the East Coast. So you know, I had to pick and choose. Um, it was either earthquakes or hurricanes. So we decided, hey, you know, let's do the hurricane thing, and at least with the hurricanes, you can actually get warned before ahead of time. So I think it was a good choice for us. But right back to the Spartans organization. You know, we have several sponsors out there. Hampton Inn is an official sponsor of Spartans basketball. They are going to supply us with very good discounted rates for rooms for our visiting teams and visiting fans that want to come and watch the game. Right now, we're working on a few other sponsors that are out there to come and participate. How do you feel about playing against Tokyo, man? I mean, Tokyo is going to be here December 15th and 16th. How do you feel about, or 13th and 14th? Sorry. How do you feel about playing against guys from another country internationally?
I'll bring it. Just bring it. Competition, no matter where it's at. One thing about Tokyo, man, they're all fast. You know what I'm saying? You got to really contain it. You know what I'm saying? They all
Have you
have
seen any of
speed.
the videos?
I've seen a couple. I've seen a couple. I'm not gonna say they're all like Yao Ming size and everything like that, but I've seen a couple.
No, believe it or not, they're actually called the Shizuka Gym Rats.
The
And
Shizuka Gym
the
Rats.
Shizuka Gym Rat, no doubt. And it's crazy because you look at their profile and you look at some of their videos, and it's actually really amazing uh, when it comes down to it. Because at the end of the day, these guys are real small. I mean, they're not even they don't even have really any any big guys on the list. You look at their lineup sheet; it's real small. Uh, so I guess as a basketball player, do you feel like you would be more beneficial to a basketball team on the defensive side of the offensive side of the game?
More defensive, man. Defense wins games. That's one thing I was always told growing up, having a basketball in my hand. But also, you got to be able to put your 2 cents in on the offensive side. Like I always say, I give 80% defense and 20% offense. You got 5 players on the offensive side, and anybody can put the ball in the basket. And all you got to do is
Now wait. Hold on. You just said you give 80% offense, 20%. I mean 20% defense, and or 20% offense and 80% defense.
yes, most definitely.
So are you a non-offensive liability, or are you just one of those pass first players that focuses on trying to get other people involved in the team?
Pass first players. You know what I'm saying? I'm always willing to give up the ball
Now,
first.
see, now that's what I'm saying. You have to be very careful what you say out here because people are listening to you.
Okay,
And
well let me clear it up like this.
because I mean, if you're gonna be an offensive player, I mean, you
I'm
gotta
not.
be an offensive guy. But I mean, if you're sitting there telling people you only get 20% offense and 80% defense, then I mean, what are they gonna do with you?
I pretty much I don't want people like you only score 6 points. Like, that's he's not cool. But what I'm saying is, I get my team involved. It's like I said, you have 5 players on the court. Let everybody touch the ball, let everybody display, and let them shine through. Now, if it came down to the point where we're down a certain amount of points in the game, defense has to step up. That's where I feel like I have to take control. Once defense turns the game around offensively, I step up too. Now somebody has to become the leader in the game, whether it be a big man, whether it be your forward, whether it be a guard, or just you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody has to actually step up and lead the team to victory. It has been done before. It's been doing all the time. Michael Jordan took the Bulls to 6 straight championships.
Okay, now that we're getting to this Michael Jordan issue, I do have to ask before we even go any further. Everybody keeps comparing LeBron James and Michael Jordan. And they compare these two as if, one's an icon and the other one's just a legend.
Yeah.
How would you now I read an article not too long ago with Tracy McGrady who basically said that neither one is any different than the other. Now then you go to the legends like Bill Russell and Magic Johnson and even Shaquille O'Neal. Everybody gives their own um, opinion about these two basketball, athletes. I mean, these guys, Michael Jordan played basketball without a supporting cast. I mean, yeah, Scottie Pippen, Steve Kerr, Tony Kukoc. He had guys that could play the game of basketball, but not at that prestigious level. LeBron right now, he's got a supporting cast in Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. I mean, even some people are underestimating Chris Anderson. Chris Anderson's a really solid player in the middle of the paint. That's a defensive guru, man. I mean, Chris Anderson reminds me a lot of Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman was just all over the place.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of Chris Anderson reminds me of. He reminds me of a guy like Dennis Rodman. But and then of course you got Ray Allen sitting on the side. I mean, there you go with another pure shooter. So here you have LeBron James. Now let's go back a few years. Let's go back to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Okay.
LeBron James didn't have a supporting cast back there. He got the Cleveland Cavaliers to the finals. They lost to San Antonio. And just everybody, I'm just doing a shout out to SA because you know what, San Antonio is my spot. San Antonio is my home. It's my former home. So just letting everybody know. The Spurs have always been a dominant organization year in and year out. Cleveland went to the finals and he decided to make his choice after that to disappear and move himself to Miami. When he got to Miami, he had the supporting cast already sitting in Miami waiting for him to show up. Now Miami's got 2 back-to-back championships. They've been in the finals 3 straight years in a row. What makes Miami and LeBron James any different from Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls?
I'm glad I've got a chance to answer this question. LeBron James needed a support system. Here he is when he was back in Cleveland. It was just him. Okay, let's look at when Michael Jordan first got into the league. It was just him, not enough support system. It took Michael Jordan 2 years to get his first ring. LeBron James, here you are, you're still in your prime, but only a couple more years left in it. Okay, it took you a few years.
Well, I don't know. You gotta give LeBron at least 3 to 4 more
I mean, I'm gonna
years.
give LeBron his credit. Yes, you're a dominant player. Yes, you are, but only in the position you play. You can't really compare LeBron James and Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, the best point guard, combo guard there is. Ever. Do I think LeBron James can handle the position that Michael Jordan played? Probably not. What LeBron does is what works for him. What Michael Jordan did is what works for him. You can't compare. They just see LeBron James. He's just a freak of nature, dude. Like, he's 6'8", 265 pounds. Like, the dude is a tight end somewhere.
It's like I tell the kids that we deal with our camps and my clinics. I tell the kids all the time, LeBron James was just like one of these Superman babies that just popped out of his mama.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just one of those. It was one of those things where you will never find another LeBron James. Period. LeBron James will be a legend. He will be a Hall of Famer at the end of his career. He is definitely a dominant basketball player. He is one of those basketball players that can play the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way across the board, and he can compete at the highest level. At 6'8" and at his size, I mean, he is definitely a player to be reckoned with. Now, I have to give my boy credit in Kawhi Leonard. Now, during the finals, he did give LeBron some problems. Kawhi Leonard was a 2-year player with San Antonio, but the defense that he put on LeBron James was outstanding within his time.
Like you said, how LeBron James just came out like a Superman baby. There goes LeBron James kryptonite right there. That Kawhi Leonard, Kawhi Leonard, he showed something this past NBA Finals. He showed that he could contain LeBron James. He gave LeBron James a very, very hard time. It may not seem like it, but defensively, LeBron James was not completely shut down, but he had a hard chance of really driving to the basket like he usually do.
You cannot completely shut down LeBron James.
Not really.
There is nobody in the league.
But I mean, you're getting a couple of steals off LeBron. I mean, that's kind of rare, and really making it contesting the shots and really making them hard to really knock them down. The ones that should be knocked down, that's very rare too.
Now, what can you say about the head coach in the Spartans basketball organization? I mean, you've met him, you talked to him, you've been around him. what is it that you can say about the head coach of the Spartans basketball team that you want to relate to some of the players and the fans out here?
Just a great guy, dude. Like, you know, a blessed guy at the same time. He's just, he knows a lot, he teaches a lot. He's like he's a great motivator, man. Just, I mean, it's hard to say, how the words to describe this guy, man. He's just like, pretty much what you look for in a coach. He's that and above, on the court and off the court. Just getting to know him, even before I came down here, getting to know Coach and everything, and develop some type of bond, just some type of chemistry. We talk, we understand each other, we listen to each other, we know what's going on, we're on that level, and it'll probably be much easier, when it's game time. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll know what to expect. He'll know what to expect from me, and I'll know what to expect from him. It's all about that chemistry. So, I mean, getting it off the court now, it will help on the court later on. So that would be my